It's been a few months since the new Chaldean Cultural Center opened its doors in West Bloomfield. And since that day, they have been implementing several different educational opportunities for the greater West Bloomfield community, including learning the Chaldean language. An important thing for people to learn, as Michigan is home to the second largest Chaldean population in the world, just outside of Iraq. Here to tell us more about these classes and what they offer is Farah Shammami, the program coordinator for the Chaldean Community Foundation. Farah, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, Jake. Good morning. Thank you for having me on today.
Of course. Good morning to you as well. I'm going to jump right into it. What inspired the Chaldean Community Foundation to include Chaldean language courses as part of its new West Bloomfield Center offerings?
So I'm sure many people may know that there is another Chaldean Community Foundation in Sterling Heights, but this location here in West Bloomfield, the focus is on cultural preservation. And one of the things that we love to preserve is the Chaldean language. We have started classes for youth as well as adults. We kicked off in the summer and had a class for teenagers. It was very well the response to that class was amazing. We had nearly 17 kids take that class that came in every Monday and Wednesday from 9 to 11 a.m. for 6 weeks.
Great, and that's awesome that these classes have already made such an impact on the community. How would you say these classes help to preserve and strengthen the cultural identity of the Chaldean community, especially among younger generations?
Well, being born and raised here in America, we spoke primarily Arabic or Chaldean at home. But going to school, English is where we learned and picked up a new language. But then it was difficult to learn a second language. And so now a lot of the youth regret not learning the language at home. And so a lot of people are, again, they're very eager to register and start the classes.
I'd imagine so. Now, as you mentioned, there already have been a few classes that have taken place, and there's another wave of classes that is taking place right now. How has the community response been so far to the introduction of these language classes in West Bloomfield? What have some of the students had to say?
Oh, the students are amazing. They walk into the class and they're greeting each other and the instructors in Chaldean. So another word for hello in Chaldean is shlama. And so that's what they say. And then when they leave, they say posh bishlama, which is goodbye. They're enjoying learning numbers and they're learning the days of the week. And, these are, although they're walking away with a great grammar knowledge, it's eventually we'd love to teach reading and writing as well.
Of course, and I like that these classes are making it so that you enter the class and you're already speaking the language, kind of like the language classes that I've taken throughout high school and through college. It's a language course, and that's exactly what you are meant to do. So that's perfect. Getting that experience out of the way is perfect. In what ways do you hope these classes will foster connection between both longtime residents and maybe some of the newest members of the Chaldean community?
Well, I think some of the connections are that, we all come from the same place. So we grow up, learning the Chaldean culture, the traditions, the heritage, but now here's another component, it's the language. And so I think this will go on for many, many years as they continue to learn. And then we're also integrating cooking. So we've started our kitchen here, and we have a demo kitchen, and we've been teaching Chaldean dishes as well.
I love that. More and more great opportunities to learn throughout West Bloomfield. For those just joining us right now on the Splash Live, I'm talking with Farah Shammami, the program coordinator for the Chaldean Community Foundation, talking about the language courses for the Chaldean language that are currently underway and available with the Chaldean Cultural Center in West Bloomfield. Now, Farah, these language courses, how do they complement maybe the broader mission of the Chaldean Community Foundation and its expansion into West Bloomfield and hopefully beyond West Bloomfield as well?
So we're looking, part of it is to, again, preserve the culture. The Chaldean language, Aramaic, that's the language that Jesus spoke. We're very proud to be able to speak that language. And then as kids and adults learn it and continue to speak it, the language is more well known. Currently, we do have a non-Chaldean in our language class, our adult language class, that comes in every Monday and wants to learn because they have a lot of Chaldean clients. And so it's great to be able to communicate with others.
That's perfect. I love it. Reaching beyond the Chaldean community in West Bloomfield. I always love to hear it. And you've talked about the language classes and you've also talked about the cooking classes that are underway with the center. Are there any future plans to expand these language programs or maybe incorporate other cultural education initiatives at the new center?
Absolutely. So the language classes that we have currently for this fall semester are for youth and adults, and we'll continue to have 2 to 3 classes per semester for the different age ranges. But coming in 2026, the Chaldean Cultural Center and Museum will be moving here to the foundation from Shenandoah Country Club. So our mission here will continue to grow and, educate and inspire others.
Perfect. Bringing more history to West Bloomfield for everybody to see. That is amazing. Now, as you mentioned, the fall semester classes are currently underway. How can people who might be interested in learning the Chaldean language get involved, and where can they go to learn a little more information?
So follow us on social media. We have a Facebook, we've got Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. But also another great way to communicate with us is through our chamber or through our foundation's website, chaldeanfoundation.org. And on there, it does say there's a tab that says CCF West, and then you can volunteer. There are a list of events, which include the language classes as well as the cooking classes.
Perfect. Great ways for everybody to get involved. Farah, I got one more question before we wrap things up. What would you like to say to maybe some other families who are watching this, looking to get involved with the Chaldean Center and looking to support the program's growth and the center's growth in any way they can, whether that be by taking classes, volunteering, or something else?
I would say that you're never too old or too young to learn something new, whether it's language, whether it's cooking. I know some of it may seem daunting, but until you're immersed in it, I think then you'll really enjoy it and say it wasn't too bad. But then also coming in here, you can schedule a tour on our site as well, and on the you can tour the building. We can walk you through the classrooms, the kitchen. We've got, very, state-of-the-art technology here. We have a beautiful library here that houses a lot of books in Chaldean as well as Arabic. So lots of great and fun, interesting things to see here. And then we're also bringing in older adult programming.
You are absolutely right. Plenty of great things to see at the Chaldean Cultural Center in West Bloomfield, and can't wait to see what else is to come. Farah, thank you so much for joining us today here on The Splash Live.
Thank you for having me. Have a great day.